Okay, so I saw this post on Twitter. It says which decade had the best generation of female singers. So we got the 90s, 2000s, the 2010s, and then we have the 2020s. And so my overall take on this is easy. It's the 90s. Mariah Carey, what she's able to do alone. History. Best singer of all time, in my opinion. I am sorry. And it shouldn't be up for debate. It shouldn't be up for debate. Okay, a 5-octave vocal range and everything that she can do with her voice. Yes, we know the whistles and stuff like Emotions, which for my money is like the hardest song to sing ever. But what she's able to do with her low notes, especially on stuff like her Stevie Wonder tribute, which I really enjoyed. That was 2000s, but still that was really good. And even if you just like listen to the end of Emotions, she had some good low notes there. But yeah, she has a really diverse range and stuff like that, so she's just able to do that. The fluid in her voice, the musicality is outstanding, very buttery tones overall. And we know the big singles, All I Want for Christmas Is You, Always Be My Baby, We Belong Together. But she also has some really powerful album tracks like I Am Free, like Outside, for example. Petals is a very personal moment for her. So yeah, she has a lot, and it's vocally Mariah alone in the 90s taking it, obviously. And then, of course, Celine Dion, another one of the best singers of all time, and, the strength of her voice. And I wish her the best through everything that she's going through with her medical condition. I need to watch her documentary. But it's Madonna, and Madonna cannot sing, in my opinion, and also she debuted in the 80s. So I don't really know what she's, here. Maybe because she was really popular in the 90s as well. I don't know, but Madonna vocally is a setup, I'm sorry. And then Janet, like I said, she's on timeout right now. I'm still pissed off by her. I can't even get into her music at the moment. I don't even want to get into that, really. Yeah, I feel like she's kind of underrated vocally for what she was able to do and everything. I feel like her vocals worked for what she was able to do. And when you look at all the singers now that we call whisper singers, and y'all were calling Janet that back then, has a better voice than a lot of girls now. So I can definitely say that. So yeah, that's 90s. I would put that at number 1. And then I'm trying to look and see who else we have in all these other categories and then make a decision. So second, I might give it to the 2000s, yeah, because Beyonce, as for mentioned, like, y'all don't give Beyonce enough vocally, which I don't understand. I really don't understand. And yeah, she's a top 10 singer of all time, in my opinion. And just the longevity with her vocals and how she's been able to adapt has to be studied. Her different arrangements, the Arabian thing that she's got going on. I'm just a very creative singer. And, so you had that. Britney Spears, vocally, this is a setup, no shade. You guys know I love Britney Spears. Don't get on her around me. But no shade, vocally, it's a setup. Wasn't the best singer. It was good for what she did, but it was a setup. Ava vocally, I mean, decent for what it was, but no shade, another setup. And then Christina, I feel like you guys overrate Christina vocally. I've said this 1,000 times before. Can Christina sing? Yes, but when you guys stop talking about, she's a top 10 singer of all time, she's a top 5 singer of all time, and you're putting her above people like a Whitney or Mariah, then we're flying too close to the sun. I am so sorry. I want to say voice of a generation, but Beyonce was her contemporary, and Beyonce was out singing. I'm sorry. I am sorry. So we had that, but yeah, and, great singer. She just does too much vocally, as I said. Alicia Keys, great singer, and, I'll give her 10s where 10s are due. And then, is that J-Lo? Why the fuck is J-Lo here again? I'm so sick of when I do these posts. And then they be setting up J-Lo. Everyone knows J-Lo can't sing for fucking shit. Please. If J-Lo has no haters, I'm dead. I am dead. And that was the biggest setup here. Oh my. J-Lo don't count. She didn't even sing her song anyway, please. And then we have the 2010. So Taylor Swift, vocally, please. Like, it's a setup. Katy Perry. Have you seen her cover Whitney Houston? It's absolutely awful. And then I think that's Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga, kind of underrated vocally. I like her vocally. And then I think it's Rihanna. Rihanna vocally, depends on the record. Sometimes she has good vocals, sometimes she doesn't. And it just got to the point where we were celebrating her hitting that one note of work. And yeah, I don't know about that. And then Adele, y'all overrate Adele vocally. I've said this about sometimes before. She's not on Beyonce level. I'll call her a great singer, wouldn't call her a vocalist, so y'all kind of do too much on her, but great singer regardless. And then Ariana Grande is the best out of this list, probably. I mean, you could argue Lady Gaga, but I like Ariana Grande the best. And yeah, great voice, especially just seeing Wicked. I love it. And then Lana Del Rey, boom, setup. And then SZA. People have various opinions on SZA and the curse of singing, and I do understand that, but I'm picking her over Lana Del Rey. Okay. And then next up, we have the 2020s. Okay, so Olivia Rodrigo, no shade, kind of a setup. In the studio, still sounds good, and I'm a fan of her, but live, I can't defend her, and I won't. Billie Eilish, kind of underrated vocally and everything. Her singing style takes a lot of restraint. Sometimes I love it, sometimes I don't. I wish she would sing out more. I feel like she was doing that more with the new album. Dua Lipa, I wouldn't say she's necessarily a strong singer. It works for what she does. Last song was trash, though. And I believe this is Sabrina Carpenter right here. Yeah, I think Sabrina Carpenter's a really good singer. Songwriting does work, but as far as singers. And then we have Gracie Abrams, Set Up, Nepo Baby Down, and then Chaperone, who I think is actually a really good singer as well. So yeah, I was thinking that they meant this in regards to like who had the best vocal talent in this pool. So it would basically go in order for me, I think. But if they're just talking about like who had like the best catalogs, like what decade was most interesting in terms of the stars, then I would still pick the 90s because Mariah Carey and Janet Jackson alone. I love Mariah's catalog, love Janet's catalog for the most part, besides the first two albums of 20 Row, those albums were trash. Okay. So if we're just talking about catalogs, I would still give it to the 90s anyways. And yeah, so I think that that would still be first. And second, I could give it to 2000s off the strength of Beyonce, but then in 2010s, I have Taylor Swift and I have Ariana Grande. So I would go 2010 second if we were doing this in regards to catalog. And then I would probably give it to the 2000s and then the 2020s. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments, which decade had the best generation of female singers. If you want to answer it from a standpoint of vocal talents, if you want to answer it from a point of catalog, let me know and we can continue that conversation.